Okay, we've caught back up with the storm here. We definitely got hail on this storm. As you can see, the hail shaft ahead of us. Pretty well defined. Pretty cool looking cloud here. The storm is moving northeast. Had reports of hail up to about dime size in it. And definitely still in the development stage, but a very defined hail shaft ahead of us. So we're going to see what we can see here and try to get around the other side of it. But pretty cool looking cloud. Back in a bit. Well, we've got into the part of the storm. We're going through a little narrow thing to get out in front of it. A little bit of hail here. It's pretty small in size, but definitely some chunks. You can hear it hitting the car in the window. Got a little sliver here. I think another mile or two we'll run back out of this and get back on the front side of it. But there's definitely some hail in there. Okay, the storm don't look near as menacing as we get out in front of it as it did on the back and the other side when the sun was shining on it. Definitely making a lot of noise and thundering. And we were right about a mile or two. We ran back out of the hail and rain there, but it's definitely coming back at us here. So these storms are really pulsing, going up and down in strength. Developed in one area, then develop in another area. So I'm getting wet here, so I'm going to shut the window and we'll get back at you as we get a little better view here. Well, these storms are kind of falling apart again, but you can see there was some torrential rain here as there's just all kinds of water in the field around here. And this is kind of looking, we're kind of in the direction where that hail shaft was at when we were looking off to that one direction. The storms are definitely losing their power right now, and we got some pretty severe stuff way off to the southwest here. And we'll see what happens there. Maybe try to intersect and see what goes on from there. But anyway, we got to see some cool clouds today again, and it didn't get the car beat up too bad. So we'll get back at you shortly. Okay, as we're showing you a little bit of the hail, remains on the ground, and it's been a while since the storm went through here with the hail, but definitely a lot of hail on the ground, and looks like some of them were fairly nice size stones, at least dime size anyway. Looks like the storm to the southwest is pulsing up again, so we're going to kind of stay in this area. But this was definitely in that area we were looking at that had where you could see that shaft of hail when we were looking off into the distance. This is right into that area. So that definitely did some hail in here. Okay, always fun to kind of look at some of these hailstones as they went up and down in the clouds. All kinds of circular motion or circular circles on them. Still a fair amount of hail sitting here along the road. And that definitely was a hail producer, and I am glad we're not underneath it with the car when it happened. But some pretty interesting hailstones. Looks like some of them were almost like quarter size. So we are still got some storms that are trying to develop here off to the south, and they are, like I said before, they're pulsing. They're going up, becoming pretty big storms, and 10 minutes later they go down to nothing, then another one rebuilds. So temperatures really drop from about 80 degrees down to about 56, 58 degrees. So anyway, just thought you'd like to see some of the hailstones. Yeah, just showing you a little bit more of the storm as it went after it went through. Just torrential rains. It looks very weird out, like a wasteland from the hail. As you go by the trees, it took a lot of leaves off the trees, and I don't know how much rain they had in this period, but as you can You can see out in the field looks like it's white, like it's maybe in the wintertime. Tremendous hail here. And this is right in that area that we were looking at, that hail cloud. See how it's washed out of the field here in places. So there's the road with a lot of leaves on it. Took a lot of leaves off the trees and turned into a pretty good hailstorm. And the amazing part, in this area where this storm went through, there was never a warning issued. And that's how some parts of the country are not as good as others as far as issuing warnings and such. But definitely a lot of hail still out in the field. And you can see how it's the rain had watered, washed down the hillsides and just made rivers everywhere. And this was a cornfield here, and corn is still small enough that it most likely will definitely come back up. Probably not going to hurt it that much, but showing you a little bit more results of the hailstorm. Well, we're going to end this storm chase with a nice view overlooking a lake here. I have no idea what this lake even is, but it is a pretty cool looking little lake. They did end up giving a severe thunderstorm warning for this storm, as I did look on the radar, and there is a warning. Just the radio station in this area just, I guess, decided it wasn't something they needed to broadcast. For the amount of hail, it was pretty hard to believe that there wouldn't have been a warning given. But anyway, we did have a little storm chase tonight, and the spring and summer is young, and we'll be back with you with many more. So the old guy reporting from the upper Midwest. See you later.